Hi Sanam, how are you?
Hi, sir. I'm good.
Okay, so soon you are going to visit India, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so Sanam,
Yeah.
let's again now let's proceed forward with our series on UK. Today,
Yes,
I'm
sir.
going to ask you a very pertinent question, very relevant question, which students have in their mind.
Yes, sir.
If you talk about top rank universities in India like IITs, NITs, I'll say there are only couple of universities. Majority of the university, 80% of universities do not fall in that particular category. There are tier
Right.
2, tier 3 colleges in India also.
Yes, sir.
I want to ask you, does background of a student, like from which college is he, is that important criteria to get admission in UK colleges? I mean, if I'm from tier 2, tier 3 college in India, I've done my graduation or masters from there, can I also get admission in good university in UK? That is my question.
Okay. Yes, sir. So, thing is, we have ourselves classified the tiers, right? So,
Mm,
if we say that tier one universities are IITs, tier two universities are NITs, and then comes the rest of the universities as tier three, right?
mm,
So, we not need worry about all these criteria or hierarchy because this is what we have made in ourselves, right? So,
mm,
even if a person from very low-ranked university in India, or let's say private university that is very less known,
mm,
only thing that is important is they should focus on their CGPA. So if I say one word answer, that is no. So if I can explain this, so if you're applying for MS, then you need not worry about it at all. So if you're applying for masters plus PhD program, then you just need to focus on your research papers and
mm,
your research inclinations. And on top of it, CGPA is the most important criteria.
mm,
So if a person is already in their second semester, I mean second year or third year,
mm,
they still have chance to increase their selection criteria or selection
mm,
chances. So
mm,
that, and yeah, in the last video I also mentioned about the special case that
mm.
UK offers MS plus PhD programs for
Yes.
directly
Mm,
BTech students, right?
mm,
So there also, if you go for PhD program after MS or MTech, they will take you. I mean, if you go for this MS plus PhD criteria, or
mm.
if you go for this kind of intake, then they will take a little interview from your side, and they will know how how research bent you have or research inclination you have. So
Mm.
there you just have to justify. So it does not like it is not the case that your university has to play an important role there.
Okay.
You have to prove yourself. Yeah.
So other than university ranking, like IIT, NITs, the universities are there. I think there are other parameters, like you said, CGP is very important. Then
Yes.
obviously your research background will be the criteria. And how pushing
Yes.
are you? I mean, how pushing are you? How many doors do you knock? That also is a criteria.
Exactly.
So if I give you
Yes.
some kind of comparison, like suppose I'm from IIT and I applied two universities, and then there's another student from tier 3 college,
Yeah.
he applies in 100 university, applies means in
Exactly.
hundreds of professors. So if you knock the
Yes.
door,
Yes.
then only it will open. So there are many parameters. So
Exactly.
even if your college is not that good in ranking, national ranking, NIRF ranking and all, but if you fulfill other
Yes.
criteria, then you stand a very good chance. Can we say that way, Sanyam?
Exactly. Yes, sir. And on top of it, in IITs, what happens is like when they so let's say there is a professor under which the IIT students are working, right? So it's highly likely that the professors itself will channelize the students to the to the foreign university. But for the students that are in low ranked university, I mean less known universities, they have to push themselves
Yes.
to knock the door, as what you are
Mm.
saying. So
Somewhere you
that
have
justifies,
to,
yes.
yeah, somewhere you have to make the balance, right? Chalo, this is
So
very good.
that's why IT, yeah,
Mm, mm. This is
yes,
very good
that's why
because,
IT students are applying
yeah, go ahead, please.
there
Go ahead,
only two universities. So
Mm,
that's why IT students are applying for only two universities, and yeah, the tier three universities have to apply for multiple opportunities.
understood. So that means there are
Yeah,
multiple
yeah,
criterias, and that thing is there in the mind of many students that stops them from even exploring. But in reality, when we see that when we
yes,
mention so many students going abroad, we find that 90% students
yeah,
are from other colleges only, who are getting very good colleges, right?
exactly.
We find people from
Exactly.
tier 3 colleges sitting in Harvard and Stanford also. We find that. The only thing is they have to
Yeah.
work on their other strengths, and that is how it will go. So I think we
Yeah.
ended up here only. Sanyam, we have answered a very relevant question here. That means even
Yeah.
if you think your college is not very good in ranking, NIRF ranking or something, nothing to worry. Focus on your other criterias, other credentials,
Yeah.
you get good admission, right? Okay.
Yes.
Thank you, Sanyam. Catch you next week. Thank you.